Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of SIGLover TV. I'm SIGLover51. Today, I want to talk to you about what got me involved with SIG in the first place. This used to be the FDE colored M18. I didn't like the grip because the grip was kind of bulky. It was a little chunky. I didn't like how it fit in the hand. It didn't really do well. I kind of like the extended beaver tail. I like the aggressive grip texturing here. The grip texturing here, even though it looks slick, it is surprisingly grippy. And then on the back grip as well. I wish there was some stippling here, which I may still do later on. And then I sent off the slide to be Cerakoted in Texas by a buddy of mine over at Skip's Guns. Scott told me about a guy down in Texas that did Cerakoting, and I wanted something that was crimson and distressed with a little bit of black underneath. Turned out fantastic. I replaced the regular SIG sights with suppressor height sights, at least on the front, because when you take the optic off of the SIG, you lose the rear sight, but I'm okay with that. Ended up getting a Romeo 3, a Romeo Pro. Went with the TLR 7A by Streamlight. Now this is a real special part right here. This is a Gray Guns competition trigger kit that I had put in. And what this did was it took the standard SIG trigger, because it's fully adjustable, and took it down to about 2 to 2.5 pounds. So this is all the take up that you get right here. So that's the take up. Squeeze. Break is easy. Reset. Now I'd like the reset to be a little more forceful, but that's okay. You just have to practice with the trigger that you like. I like this trigger. Even on a carry gun, it works for me. Still left the safety in place, even though I don't engage it. Still hard and tactile. It's a great trigger. Great safety. I'm gonna end up putting a gas pedal on here. Now the gas pedal, the Go Guns gas pedal, looks something like this. Oh, you ask what this is. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, to top this all off, I wanted to go with a magazine base plate that mimicked the same texturing as the Wilson Combat. And I was able to find these on eBay. And if you see, it all lines up. So it's a fantastic situation. It looks great in the hands. It's fantastic, the grip. Next is gonna be a DPM recoil reduction kit that I'm gonna put in here. And I'll possibly get a different barrel. Not sure. I don't hate this barrel, but I don't, it's just a basic barrel. So the reason why I chose the SIG in the first place, this was my first real gun. When I started buying guns, I went down that rabbit hole where I bought just anything. I'm not embarrassed to say it, it is what it is. I would buy anything. I had a G2, I had a G3, I didn't get the G4, but I had a G2 and a G3. One thing I never did was I never bought a Yeet cannon or a high point. I wasn't that desperate, but I had some cool people around me, my buddy Jimmy down in Kentucky, and they kind of gave me a little idea of what I could do. I didn't want to buy guns because of the name. I wanted to buy them because of the quality. Everybody talks about SIG and how SIG is unreliable, blah, blah, blah. That was a situation that has been fixed, and if you really want to see if it's really been fixed, then go to Grantham's video from 4 months ago. He did a video with drop test, and when I say, man, he took the SIG P320 and put it through it. He dropped it and dropped it. I mean, they dropped it from several different heights, along with everything up to a $5,000 Nighthawk or Hawk, whatever. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Most of them failed, but the SIG never went off. It never popped the cap. It never did a misfire. It never did anything. And SIG is a trusted name in my book. Haven't had any issues, never had any issues. Empty, clear and empty. empty, pointing the safe direction. There. So this gun is fantastic. It's fantastic to shoot. The recoil impulse is very light, even though it's not comped. Eventually, I'd like to either send it out to Monsoon Tactical and get either Lucky 7's port job, or get a chunk port put in like the Genghis comp and get this relocated back here. Not sure if it's something that I need to do or want to do. We'll get there when we get there. But for now, this is what got me into loving SIGs. Being able to change out the fire control unit, the FCU is what they call it. Eventually, I want to put a gas pedal on here. Maybe eliminate the safety, which I can do. Maybe go with a different coating for the barrel, something a little shinier that kind of mimics this. I don't know. I call it Deadpool. That was something that my wife and I and my family, we all thought it reminded us of Deadpool. Sometimes I look at this against the gold and it's Iron Man. So it could be anything. But I want to get this Cerakoted, the safety Cerakoted, the mag release Cerakoted, and then possibly do some kind of a different color with this, maybe some kind of a paint job. And we'll see what happens. But you guys are joining me at the beginning of my journey, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. The channel is really about doing what you do. Budget, no budget. I mean, we're gonna do crazy stuff all the way down to the crazy Temu lights. Yep, I'm doing it. I gotta go there because I gotta know. Am I buying this because it's TLR, or am I buying it because it's Streamlight, or am I buying it because it works? Because I've got some lights that actually do work and are very bright, like this. You see that? TLR, it's pretty decent, right? Okay, so give me a minute because I want to show you something. The same person who did this Cerakote job also did this Cerakote job. This is my SIG P320 X5 Legion, chambered in 9mm with the Go Guns gas pedal on it, a SIG Romeo, an Icarus Precision's grip module, and this is a, I don't know, $30, $40 light from Amazon. And this is super bright. I mean, you guys see that? That's crazy compared to this. Now, this is a TLR. My battery might be weak, in all fairness. That TLR is dope. But, look at that. That's crazy how bright that is. So, Robbie down in Texas did this job for me. It was a fantastic job. I mean, did the whole Cerakote job for me. Sent it back to me. I went as far as to get the mags to match. This is my wife's gun. My Legion looks a little different, a whole lot different. But, that's neither here nor there. But this has a trigger job, DPM recoil mitigation kit, spring kit, and this has fiber optic sights on the front, so you can co-witness. I think it's a lower 1/3 co-witness, yeah, because it didn't need an adapter plate. I put this light on there because I felt with the metal grip being chunky that this kind of brought it into play. Once I paint that and everything, you'll see what my vision looks like. Something that I like, and that's the beauty of freedom. I believe in freedom in every sense of the word, to be free to, like what you like. I like what I like. Other people may think this is ugly. I don't know. But I know it's a tack driver, so it's definitely accurate. For all intents and purposes, it's fantastic. But needless to say, it's a great situation. Welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe and share. Turn on the bell notification so every time I make a video, you guys will be aware of what I'm talking about. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I don't know, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. As you can see, I answer pretty much almost every hater, every person that likes what I'm doing, every person that doesn't quite understand what I'm doing. You know, it is what it is, and it's okay. But, you know, for the most part, welcome. This is a beautiful situation. Look at that. Look at that. That chevron. Oh, it's like it was made for it. That's fantastic. Legion. That's what it's about. And I've got a lot more guns to show, as you've seen if you see my shorts. So I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, stay blessed. Oh yeah, guys. Before I go, I want to show you guys something. I want to get your opinion because I'm actually asking for it. This is a project gun that I'm going to be doing, okay? So I have the SIG X module grip. I want to do this one, or I can do this one, which is a Wilson combat grip, right? This already has a Zev barrel in it and the recoil spring. I've already got a Viper, a Vortex Viper red dot for it, which is going to fit nicely. And so I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions. What should I do? Should I keep it like this and do some cool things to this? Or should I switch it out and do something like this? I'm kind of partial to this one. I like it. I think it's cool. It's got a great purchase on the grip. Mag wheel's already installed. If you got any recommendations in terms of, I'm gonna do suppressor height sights so that I can co-witness with the Viper. I'm gonna put a TLR7A or sub on here. I'm also gonna go with Go Guns gas pedal. I'm gonna get probably one of the Custom Works control modules. I'm waiting on the slide completion kit to get here, and then it'll be ready to go. So leave your comments below, and then that way I can figure out exactly which way to go. If I'm going to take some advice, no, I think don't be offended if I don't take your advice. It's just a preference, or it's just an option that I chose not to go with. I may do it at a later date on a different gun. It may fit my brain based on something different. But, you know, you guys stay safe, be vigilant, be aware, and we'll see you on the next episode. Later.